Hey, this is Brian Wright from BrianWright732.com, WrightPartnersInc.com, and KillerBCSA.com. Today is March 22nd, 2016, and this is my probably fifth attempt at getting this right. This is a amazing day and a weird day for me all at the same time. My son turns 3 today, and this is the 1 year anniversary that I was fired from my family business. So I have one situation which is amazing, and then another situation which is still a developing sense of feelings. So I don't want to get too into it, but I just want to express the teachable moments that I've got here from those two scenarios. So uh, quickly in 2010, my mother's husband passed away, and my mother, who was running her own business, which was a multi-million-dollar children's clothing store. She then inherited a 3-store chain, another multi-million-dollar clothing business. So now she's got 2 companies that she has to run. Then she came under attack legally over the ownership of her husband's business, which she ended up ultimately winning, and that was due a lot to my influence on the process. You could ask everyone from the judge to the lawyers; they will all tell you that it was pretty much my involvement in the end that came up with a solution for the whole scenario. So whatever. So opportunity, and I took it, and I got involved in the business. And so for about 5 years, I worked with my mother within the company. I was functioning, easiest way to say it would be in a vice president capacity. So I'm running my gym at the same time, but my focus was on my mother's business, not my business. And my gym became a hobby. It was not making money, and that was fine because I was making enough money in the other situation that I could float the gym side of it, and the gym kind of became therapy for me because I was really unhappy with what was going on in the family business, and that's the point what I'm going to get to. So my mother and I are not working out. Things are not going well. I should have hit the eject button a lot sooner, but I did not do that, and I made the decision that I was going to put my mother in a position where she had to come to terms with the reality that her doing things the way she wanted to do them was more important than coming up with a solution for us that would allow me to interact more and create a situation that I was going to be comfortable with. And so she just decided to go the way she went, and that was what she did, and that's fine. Uh, if I look at my son turning 3 today and what's happened over the last year of my life, it really brings home the importance of time and how I invest my time, who I invest my time with. And money becomes a minimal factor in things. Yes, we have to make it because it's kind of the fuel that keeps the economy going and allows us to participate in the marketplace. But at the same time, if I had no money and all I had was my son and my wife, I would still consider myself to be a happy and successful human being. And that is what I'm finding out is the truth of it all. And that's why I've gotten involved in consulting and helping other people grow their businesses. And that's why I've been growing my business the way I have. I've been interacting with people differently. And I've really come to appreciate the time that I have with my family in a way that I definitely wasn't doing before. So the first 2 years of my child's life, I had to sacrifice way too many moments for work, for a paycheck, to keep my boss happy, which ended up being my mother, which created a whole nother level of, psychological weirdness. So now with that removed, and now that I get to work on my own business and I put together a schedule that works for me, I've really found out how to make a living for myself while having a life. Because my life is my family. It's my wife. It's my son. That's the most important things to me. And I have to create a situation where I can give them what they need so that they can be happy and so that I can actually be the husband and father that, the best I can be in that. And my advice to everyone is do not sacrifice these moments, your life today, for some kind of, theoretical future. We all have to work hard to acquire the things that we want to acquire, and we all have to develop projects so we can make the money that we want to make. But I don't believe in sacrificing the relationships that we have with our spouses and our children to achieve those things. No matter what level of comfort you may be creating for them with your ideas and your efforts, without you, I don't think they're really going to appreciate anything that you can bring them. My wife would prefer to have me than the money. My son absolutely wants me because he doesn't even understand money. So when you make a decision to get married and to have kids, that's a commitment that you really do have to honor to a greater degree than anything else in your life. And if you really want to be happy, you do have to find a balance between creating an income, acquiring wealth, and raising a family and putting in the work there. It takes just as much work in your family as it will in, wealth creation to find success. And a lot of people ignore that. If you have a wife that is like cool with you, like killing yourself on your hours and not spending time at home, okay, that's your situation, but it's not mine, and I don't find that to be most people's. We're human beings. We require attention. We require, proximity. A quick catch up at the end of the day is not enough. We have to experience things together. And that's why when I'm putting out my message, the most important thing I can say here is that how you make your money is way more important than how much money you make. And what you look back later in life, I trust will be, again, how did you make that money, not how much you made. When I'm hopefully sitting there at 80 and looking back, I will be remembering not counting stacks of bills, but remember sitting there with my son and laughing and playing and, living, because that's what it's all about. So you can have something occur in your life that at the time is, I'm not going to say catastrophic, but pretty serious event. You could lose a job. It's just a job. You could lose money, and it's just money. Those are things that you can recover from. I can't imagine losing a spouse, and I can't imagine losing any more time than I gave up already with my son. The first 2 years, I did not have the time to put in with him. The last year, I really have regrets about what I missed, but I'm thankful that I recovered when I did, because I'm recovering when he's 3. I'm not recovering when he's 30. So don't wait too long to figure this stuff out. Realize that life is more important than money. Your relationships are more important than your work. What your personal desires and passions are more important than what somebody will pay you to do. You've got to be yourself. And when you figure out who you are, you got to go all in with it, and you got to create the world that you want so that you can be happy. Because I am sitting here today, my debt's not squared away. I'm not making the money that I want to make. I'm not driving a $70,000 vehicle anymore. I have technical issues, but I got to tell you, I'm really happy. And I'm really confident about my future and the direction that my life is going, because I have no safety net. I'm all in on who I am. I've really found out what I care about, and I've actually discovered that I care about people to a degree that I wasn't allowing myself to before, because I had some weird ideas of business. But my experience with business now has really straightened it all out for me. And that's what I'm expressing, and that's how I'm actually making a living, and I'm helping other people come to terms with these things as well. So not only have I found it within me, I'm now helping other people find it, which is having a direct effect on the marketplace. It's having an effect on how people do business, and hopefully we'll create enough momentum that we could actually make a massive shift and change in how people view the marketplace and how they can do business, and that we can create some more positive energy in this world instead of, having management up here and employees down here or whatever, but I can get into that later. But my experience is absolutely given me a different perspective on everything that I've done, and it's given me the opportunity to take all that experience and actually create a more positive platform to work going forward. So that's my spiel. If you're not happy, start making changes. And don't think because it's family or anything that it matters. You have to do what you have to do to create confidence, success, and belief in your life, your personal situation, so that you can then fully be there to invest in your wife or your husband and your child, because those are the things that really, really matter. It's not how much money you make, it's how you make your money. All right? So enjoy your day. I am going to go sing happy birthday to my son, and I am going to enjoy this moment, because that's what I got in this life for, to be here, to enjoy it, to live it, to love it, and be passionate.